Wow! I'm ready!
Where are you?
Going DJs in my car! Video! Woo!
Hello?
You gotta be smiling, you gotta be dancing, you gotta be shaking that ass!
What up, Murph? Welcome to the top 10, maybe even top 2 podcast on all of the interwebs. No need to fear, the Boken Boys are here podcasting in your ear from the Square Mile City, Frank Sinatra's backdoor,
Frank.
Hoboken, New Jersey. We are the Boken Boys. I am your chubby friend Z. To my right, as always, is the beautiful, bold, and bountiful Bones.
How are you doing, Z? How you feeling? You woke up finally? It's only been 3 days.
It is Thursday, and I am not hungover anymore.
It's Thursday. Shut the fuck up. Go
Happy
ahead.
Thursday. I'm not hungover anymore. We had a weekend. Before we get into the weekend, I want to just give you my 4 years ago and 8 years ago from Facebook, which I found.
Ooh, I like this.
4 years ago, my Facebook status was DJ's free dinner buffet 12, my butthole 0.
Interesting.
And very appropriate.
Yes.
8 years ago today, shout out Jesse Puzio, wrote on my wall that I woke up on my dead grandmother's front porch.
Wait, what?
Yeah, 8 years ago, I got drunk in Hoboken and wound up in Edgewater on my future living situation, yet grandmother's porch. 6 a.m. Good times.
That's rough.
That was 8 years ago. I feel
At least you weren't down the shore, because then you would have been in jail. Actually, 8 years ago, you might have been okay. They recently...
Well, there was that one time I went down the shore and I woke up in Penn Station.
That's a fun one.
And then took the train immediately back down the shore to go party again.
That's also incredible.
I was living in Connecticut at the time. I think I was trying to go home, and I just never made it home. And then I was like, well, I don't know why I'm doing this.
I guess I'm going back. I've woken up at Penn Station, but like from a night out.
In
and
the
like,
city, yeah. Which
and
makes a
then-
lot more sense than
like
than
when
what
I
I was
first got
doing.
out of college, and I was like, oh, I'm going to sleep, and just sat on the stairs. And then cops wake you up at like 5-ish, 5:30, 6.
Yeah, like, hey,
which is, it's
time to
only
go now.
20 minutes, because usually 4 o'clock in the morning that you get there.
Yeah.
And then once they find you, they just wake you up. I'm like, you don't have any other issues in Penn Station than me.
I'm not a homeless person.
Yeah. But I sure look like one, and probably smell worse than some of them.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So we just got back from Austin pretty much Tuesday morning, I guess you can call it. What an absolutely awesome weekend for Mr. Ree's bachelor party. I don't even know where to begin. Where do you want to start?
The flight there, this is maybe the dumbest thing. Well, not dumb. My flight was like 6 a.m. Got moved back from like 6:45 to 6. I don't go to sleep normally till like 12, so I was like, I'm just going to stay awake.
Flying
like
out of
12
EWR.
12 to 1:30, I go to sleep normally. And I was like, okay, let's do this. And I just decided from like 1 o'clock till 3 before I ordered my Uber that I'm just going to get really high. And and then I was like, I don't know if I'm high enough. And I'm like, right before the Uber gets here, I'm going to take 2 big rips. And then like, go
I'm
get in the
more
Uber.
than a little high.
I got in the Uber. I was like, oh, fuck. And obviously you go through security. I was shocked at how many people were there.
At 3 a.m.
Well, at 3:30.
3:30 at Newark too, by the way. Not even like you were one of the New York ones. You were in.
I was in Newark.
You were in Newark.
And the guy himself, first off, was from Yonkers, had never driven to the airport before. Never driven to the airport. Why you accept? Anyway, and he was
Weird.
Yeah, I was quiet the whole time, and he was having a full
you were
conversation.
stoned.
He was having a full conversation with me, and he was. I don't like to use the word hood, but
I think he was just trying to maybe stay awake. So
no.
He just kept talking.
He said, I'm probably going to drive again and drive until 4 a.m. He's like, I really like to drive, man. I'm driving to Buffalo later today. I'm probably going to wake up at 10, drive to Buffalo. I think he might have just been cracked out, to be honest.
Could have been.
He was shocked when I came down the stairs with like a massive suitcase.
He's like, oh, where are you going?
So wait, I get to the airport. I like go get a bite to eat, and then sit down. And I'm like, I'm just going to charge my phone to 100, get on the plane. I was listening to music with like these headphones on, which just take off all sound. So high, I completely forget what time it is. Have my thing plugged in, and I was like, wait a minute. And I like look up, and I'm like, oh fuck, I got to go board this plane. There's like 5 minutes left of boarding, and I just pulled my phone off the charger and walked away.
Left the charger at
I
the
left
airport.
my charger before I even got to Austin.
Heck of a start, NRW.
Unbelievable. What the fuck?
So you had a layover in Houston,
Houston.
correct?
Yes.
We'll get back around to the Houston airport review because I had a layover in Houston.
Houston. I'm calling it Houston. Fuck Houston.
Oh, no. Was I in Dallas? No, I had a layover. Yeah. I left about an hour and a half after you. I had my layover in Houston. I got to Houston when you left Houston.
Which, yeah. Just talk about Houston's a 38-minute flight to Austin. Why even stop? Just go.
I had
Just fucking get. Why do you need to change planes?
I had
Use
a
the same one.
2-hour layover, I think.
You barely made it, probably.
And yeah, the Houston airport is massive.
It's massive, and there's no way. Where's the moving sidewalks?
See, in JFK, like, is it JFK is the one with the air train? Where you get on the air train, it takes you to the terminal that's very far away,
Newark has
and
the
you're
same
there.
Newark has the same shit. It goes all
Goes all the way around.
Yeah.
I
Dallas
didn't-
has it. Atlanta has it. A lot of airports have this.
Yeah, it's the air train shuttle kind of
Yeah.
thing. And I had to walk just one terminal away, and it took me legit like 25 minutes to get to where I had to go.
Me too. 22 minutes. I had to go from C to D or
Yeah,
C to B.
which is one terminal away, theoretically.
But you do have to get on their air train. It only goes. It's like a 30-second ride.
Yeah.
Where they just didn't connect to the walkway.
Oh, maybe it goes like outside kind of thing.
Yeah, it just didn't connect to the walkway. I don't know. It was because if you're not in A, B, and you have to go to C, D, you have to get on the air train.
Two notes I had in the Houston airport besides how big it was. One,
Shout out George W. The Bushes.
the Bush, Houston Bush.
Houston Bush.
Houston Bush. They have church on 10:30 at 10:30 on Sundays, which I learned.
Oh wow, you were really paying attention when you got there.
Well, I had like an hour and a half to do nothing, and then
My walk was like get on the flight now.
and run. The other thing I noticed, a lot of Asians in Texas.
In Houston especially.
Yeah,
Massive Asian population.
didn't
I don't
expect
know why.
that. I'm in Texas. I'm like, all right, I'm
Don't
going
know
to see
why.
like rednecks and Spanish people. No, there was like a good amount of Asian people.
Houston is surprisingly diverse. Asian people also are everywhere. I don't know why you haven't thought about that. There's Indians everywhere.
No,
there's
but
Asians
look,
everywhere.
look.
There's a billion of them. If there's a billion of any
I'm not
race,
going to Montana, and I'm not going to find like
you're gonna
a
find
Filipino
Asians.
church.
Yes, you will.
No.
Yes, you will. I'm fucking Googling it right now. You'll definitely find
All right, maybe there's one town in Montana they all live in. They don't disperse. They usually cluster together in one city.
Mississippi has a Filipino population, like a decently sized one.
That's weird. Like in New Jersey, there's not a large Asian population except
Do you think people in
Fort Lee
Mississippi-
is all Japanese people. Palisades Park is entirely Korean people. The Chinese are just, I guess, mixed throughout. But there's like towns that have a lot of Asians, and that's it.
Do you think in Mississippi they're like, what are you Mexicans doing in here? And then the guy's like, I'm Filipino American. He's
Filipino.
like, what's a Filipino?
Well, Filipino is like a half and half. They're Spasians.
Well, yeah, pretty much all of Southeast Asia is kind of like that. Philippines especially.
The mainland ones are like Asian.
Yeah, one of my buddies from home is very. He looks Hispanic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's been thought of as like Mexican. And he's like, nope, Filipino, just very brown.
So after Houston, we arrived in Austin, separate but equal, separately. About an hour after each other, we got to the house. I'm pretty sure you were already drunk by the time I got to the house in Austin.
No,
Yeah, I think it was the mixture of you being massively high.
I was so stoned, and I didn't sleep. Like, that was the big thing. I didn't sleep.
It was a nice house, handful of bedrooms. There was like 4 bedrooms in that one room, very dorm style in the one. We slept in the far back room with two queen beds.
With all the flies.
a lot of flies.
No, first night I took the couch.
Mr. Reeves, for some reason, decided to put the temperature at 63 degrees, which actually was kind of nice.
Not on the couch when I had no blanket. I had a towel. I found a towel. I went to the bathroom in the middle of the night and just grabbed a towel and just used that in the areas that weren't covered.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're pretty good at sleeping on couches.
I'm used to it.
Yeah. But you do that in your own home. I don't.
That's my
But,
bag, yeah.
Whenever I
I
go
love the
anywhere.
couch.
Yeah. Like you find like you put your feet under like any pillows, like any cracks in the couch to keep them warm.
Yeah.
You don't have a blanket.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very resourceful. I usually do. I find a towel or,
Oh, yeah.
a
Like,
bath towel of
yeah.
some sort.
Yes. Yes.
The one bar we went to, I think it was called Unbelieve Bar, had a dildo crane machine.
Yes.
You were...
I spent $12 trying to get a dildo out of a crane machine.
And I have proof.
And it's, first off, we were drinking way too much before a $200 person dinner.
That bar was fun. They had it was like basically like themed for kids, but adult kids. They had a giant slide you would go down.
Very aggressive.
Between like the first and the second level. And then in the corner, they're like, you see all these lights flashing. They're like, oh, there's a crane game. Like, let's go play it. Like, you're down the shore. And then you walk up to it, and there's just dildos everywhere.
It's just all sex toys. But there's only like 7 of them. And then there's this one giant purple dildo that I was like,
the crane has no chance of ever getting. So you spend $12 trying to get
the worst part is it was a credit card machine that you could tap, and like my card has a tap feature on it. So I was like, I did it once. You put $6 on, you get 3 cranes. Which for that dildo, I assume is a solid deal right there. If you
great.
Catch it.
Probably very good.
And like I got over it, but it is, you have to hit it because it's heavy. So you have to hit that perfectly.
And even then, I don't think it'll ever actually stick.
Because once it moves a little, it's just
done.
sliding
It's out, yeah.
I was thinking maybe it's a little bit gooey and it'll grab in, like a little.
Those are probably pretty firm.
Yeah.
I'm not a dildo expert, but
if you were.
If I were, I would say that you had no chance. Also at that bar, there was hula hoops randomly spread all throughout on the bottom level.
Oh, my God.
On like a green turfish thing, like Pier 13.
How did I get into being like, Koof, start diving through this? I just grabbed them.
So we grabbed first we started with one hula hoop, and our friend Daddy we would hold it up in the air,
Cano.
and he would jump through it. And then we had an audience. Like everyone at the bar was turned and just captivated by him jumping through hoops. Then we got a second hoop. Then we were putting the hoop up, and he was doing these like athletic twisting in the air dives through the hula hoop.
Yeah, he's an athletic guy.
And his piece de resistance, he did 3 hulas pretty well actually, like straight through them. Guilty. And then some girl who was like clearly very, very drunk, thought she could be like athletic as Koovy, and she jumped through the second hoop and just face planted.
Just one hoop.
Oh, it was the first hoop?
It was just one hoop.
And face planted, just straight onto the ground, and then got booed by like 150
everyone
people.
was just watching us idiots do this.
Yeah, cheering on the good ones, and then when she went through, straight boos.
Do you know the DJ, I don't know if you remember this, because I like talked to Sly, I was like, hey, I'm going to go get the DJ to turn on the Party Without Lee song.
Yes.
And I went up to it, and he was such a dick about it. Like, huge dick. And he complained about me. He's like, the hula hoops are for the girls, not for you guys. And I was like, everyone else except you seems to be enjoying what we're doing.
Everyone was having a great time with it.
Everyone was getting drunk, watching our idiot friends try and jump through hula hoops face first.
He put the Party Without Lee song on.
For 10 seconds.
For 10 seconds.
What a dick.
There's a song called, I think it's Party Without Me. Is that the name of the song? Or like that's how the song goes?
It's a Party Without Me.
A Party Without Me. And that's how the song goes, A Party Without Me. We changed, well, I didn't, but back in the day, Lee's friends changed it to A Party Without Lee. So it's very appropriate for him.
It was
for his bachelor party.
Sly Guy party at his new house or something. It's the first time I heard it.
Oh, they've been doing this since I met them. Yeah. This is like, I'm talking 10, 12 years they've been doing this. So this is a
nice
running
old song.
theme, yeah. So our MVP of the weekend, I think, is a clear number 1 to our friend George, a.k.a. my brother. Brother did not break character the entire weekend. He pretended to be
Southern accent,
Texan.
A terrible Texas accent.
Terrible Texas.
A lot of Texans don't really have an accent. You have to be from some Pohick town, but like in Austin and like Dallas, and
it's just certain words you pick up on from them.
Yes,
but the whole weekend
he was like a Louisiana accent
without fail. I mean, he just didn't break character. It was awesome. He was fucking hilarious the entire weekend.
I don't think I've ever laughed harder at how funny he was.
We went to dinner on Sunday night, and we got put, thankfully, in a room by ourselves. There were 17 of us. We got put in a room because we were yelling.
We would have been out of there way quicker.
We would not have even made it past the bread and salad portion of dinner.
I remember
if we were in like the main.
I was so drunk
room.
when we got there, and I remember going up to the door and be like, "We shouldn't be here, guys. This is."
We've
been drinking for like 7 hours right now, and we're walking into people are in suits coming out of this place.
It was a nice place. They left the door open for maybe 7 minutes, and then when the server came in, brother was like, "How do you think my Texas accent sounds out now, boy?" And she just shook her head with such disgust from him.
And slid the doors closed.
And slid the door closed.
Which is annoying for them because they have to bring food in, and they got to reopen the doors and then close them quickly behind them.
So just throughout the weekend, brother
would... my quote? Did you? I didn't even know I
don't even remember
that.
this one, no.
Okay, I just got to bring it up. Keep going.
Throughout the weekend, just at various times, brother would just point to our friend Charlie and be, "Councilman Scroll, how do you rule?"
Guilty. Unbelievable.
Lake Travis. What a fucking adventure. I love Lake Travis.
I could just live there.
This is my 3rd time I've been to Austin in 12 months, which was a year, I guess. Yeah.
I'm going to give a PSA for ladies real quick. if you got nothing going on, go be a waitress on Lake Travis. It is you just drink and have fun with a bunch of dudes or a bunch of women. Like you don't do anything. Continue.
It's awesome. Yeah. So yeah, Lake Travis. It's a big, beautiful lake out in Texas. You go down, you dock up with 10, 20 boats, how many ever are there. There's like hundreds of boats around. Everyone's blasting music. Everyone's getting drunk. They're throwing footballs around in the water.
There's very large yachts on this river.
It was awesome. Like that place, I can't recommend enough going to Lake Travis. I mean, I've been there 3 times. I went to Lake Travis 3 times, and it's been better and better and better every time I go.
Me and Shai afterwards were like, I was like, dude, cancel the dinner, get the money back, and just do this again the next day. Yeah. He's like, I really want to do that.
Keep boating it up.
You really wanted to do that. Remember when we got there and that girl came up to us and she was speaking, like I've been this drunk before, so I know where she was.
2:15 in the afternoon. She didn't know her name.
I don't know what she said. I was like, all right, see you later, crazy lady. Like
she staggered around and then
she had just gotten off the boat.
She's like, you guys
and like she's smiling and laughing and pointing at us and we're like, you're not making sense.
I was like, big gulps, huh? Well, see you later.
Lady, you scared us.
So what else we got? Salt Lick, great food.
Oh, you didn't get to go on the trip. The Salt Lick?
I did not make it to the Salt Lick.
First off,
person. We picked it up.
The people that work there are wonderfully nice. We walked in. Sly was waiting for like the food that we had ordered. We got $500 of barbecue,
and it was worth every single cent.
We didn't even come close to finishing it at all. Like the first night, and like then obviously MVB and most valuable Bob likes to. Like go and walk around places, and this is like his heaven, and he's never been here before. Like he brings me back a barbecue sauce every time from Salt Lake, from the airport,
which he was just eating throughout the weekend.
He was literally
you put it on everything. He was literally just with his fingers just eating it.
He was spooning it, and he's like, "All right, let's go. If Matt's gonna wait here, we're gonna go walk around." And we we saw one pit with Schley, and then there was another side pit. And we go back there, and the guy is just like, oh, you want to come see the pit? And he just led us back there. And he basically told us, just take some meat off and eat it. Like, take some sausage. And we looked at each other, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to. I feel like that's a bad thing to do. And, I mean, it was so nice. He brought us water.
He ended up with a half a pound of turkey by the time he left.
Yeah. Oh, the turkey was incredible.
Smoked turkey.
The smoked turkey
It didn't
was
make
incredible.
its way back to the house.
No, we bought that specifically for the ride back. Because it was like a 40-minute ride, 40-minute ride. Out in the middle of nowhere, but... The houses were massive around there. I don't know. Wonderful place. Highly suggested. Suggested.
We'll give everyone a shout out at the tail end of the show because there's too many of you to name right now.
Shout out to Salt Lake though. Way better than expectations. I'd like to go. I'd like to do that boat and then go live at the Salt Lake for the weekend and then go do the boat again.
It was a great fucking weekend. Took us a little while to get home. I showed up
Hell yes.
I think I showed up at the airport at like 11:30. I was on standby on 3 separate flights.
Yeah, everyone went to the zoo, and I was like, I'm going.
We just went to the airport to hang out, and then I just kept getting worse and worse news. Shout out, well, no, I'll do that later, but I was told that I was going to get on a flight, then she laughed at me and said, whoop, it's canceled. We'll talk about that later, because you were just trolling me and her.
I was, when she was trying to pick a flight, and she was like, oh, and then I laughed, and she just started cracking up.
She's like, the 2:30 flight, and then she's like, oh, it's canceled. And then Bones just over my shoulder, like, laughing at me. Like, tell him some more things that aren't true. So I was in the airport for about 20 hours, it felt like, and I actually ended up making it home before I thought I was.
You made it, the fact that I'm waiting for my bag, because they put my bag on a fucking earlier flight, and I get a text before my flight in Houston, your bag, you pick up your bag at baggage claim, because we've shipped it, because we got there so early.
Yeah.
So it kind of made sense. I've never been to baggage claim, never had that issue. It was mostly foreign people that were flying here, and they lost their bags, which I feel so terrible for you. Because what are you going to... You just flew to the United States from a different country. What are you going to do without a bag?
Yeah.
Like, you have nothing. Like, if they lost my bag, I was going home.
It's like that show, Naked and Afraid.
And I waited in line for about 40 minutes. 40 minutes to an hour. And then they were like, oh, yeah, your bag's right back here. I was like, why don't you just have a line for the people that you know their bags are back here? If you got a text, come to this line.
I just want to give I have one last note. Do you have anything else in the bachelor party?
No, it was wonderful. Congratulations, Mr. Ree.
Just because it's over doesn't mean it's really over. And if I think it's over maybe you'll be coming over again, and I'll have to get over you all over again. Just because it's over doesn't mean it's really over. And if I think it over, maybe you'll be coming over again.
Same 12 words.
And I'll have to get over you all over again.
Hello?
Hello. Shout out to Katy Perry. Shout out to The Call. Great music all trip long. Bones, great DJing for the first time in your life.
Well, just because I trolled everybody.
It was a great troll. That's all I got. Scoot. Why don't you tell your scooter adventure from, was it Saturday night? Sunday night.
No, the first scooter one was with me and Half Share Joe.
Oh, Half Share Joe.
So it's the first scooter I've ever ridden. I said, I'm a anti-scooter Hoboken, pro scooter in any other city.
Yes.
Because they make sense. You can ride on the sidewalks in every other city that these are in. And
Just
it's
not
like,
here.
and it's reasonable because the distances you have to travel, like in Austin, to get from, if you don't want to Uber or like get a cab, like it's a long walk. So the scooter makes sense. Yeah, so me and Platty, and I don't remember. I assume this was Friday because the sun was still out. I don't know how long we went out for. So I'm just really incriminating myself here about, drunken scooting. And
Love the drunk scoot.
I don't know why me and Platty were like, let's just scoot back. It was a 35-minute ride. We got on the highway. We were on the highway. We both fell once. I didn't really fall. I hit a bump on the sidewalk. Like it was an uneven sidewalk, and like I felt the scooter about to turn, and I just threw it and jumped off.
How many miles did you go in the 35 minutes?
It was a decent amount.
Probably
because
like
we were
4
flying.
or 5.
We were flying. Probably more than that.
Because it took me 38 minutes to go 1.2 miles when I took my scooter.
That's because you were just walking. You weren't scooting. Walking would have been faster. And then my other scoot, after dinner, I don't remember leaving dinner, first off.
This was Sunday night after the Last Supper.
For some reason, I thought, we've been drinking all day. Old fashions are the way to go. Just straight whiskey.
I was going martinis. Just, I don't know why.
And I guess everyone, I don't know about this. I guess everyone is walking, like going to a bar, and I like saw Maggie Mays.
And you said, I'm going to Maggie Mays.
And
we
nobody
were like,
wanted to go.
Well, we're going somewhere else. And you're like, all right, I'm going to Maggie Mays. And you went into Maggie Mays.
I don't even remember doing that. But I do remember trying to get on a scooter and ride it to you guys. And I got on the scooter, and I shouldn't be walking. I'm so drunk. And I think Lee sent me his address, and Bob, I called him twice. He's like, I've told you the bar we're at. I was like, let me just put it in
Multiple
Google.
times.
I guess I just didn't think, put it in Google. So I put it in my Google Maps, and I had it in my back pocket, like blasting so I could hear it. And it was a good 40 minutes. I was just scooting around in circles probably. I was like making a left. I was like, did I go left last time? I'm going left again. I saw a highway, got off. And I don't think I canceled it or like closed it down, which they charge you if you just leave it there. I'm just not looking at my charges. I'm just going to fucking let it be. And that's the extent of my scoot riding. I don't think I should ride scooters. I don't.
Scoots are a bad idea.
I don't think I should. Because the only times I'll ride them are in those situations. And I am always drunk in those situations.
Well, and now, littered all over Hoboken are scooter parking spots.
What the fuck?
They're
So
just-
there's 6 parking spots when you get in Hoboken, and you're going to take them for scooter. There's no parking. And you're going to, sorry.
Leave your scooters here. And they're like, it looks like they're spray painted on. It was very poorly done. But now we have those to contend with.
So they had those zip car spots,
Yep.
which like never really.
Did anyone ever use? I've never used a zip car.
The only time I had to pick up. Schleier was moving out,
Okay.
and he was like, "Do you want this couch? We're throwing it away. If not," I was like, "Absolutely." And it was when I lived in 808, and I go to pick up his like the reclining couch, and my U-Haul that I rented because I rented a U-Haul. I go to the place in Union City, and it's not actually a place. And I called U-Haul.
gas station.
Yeah, and it was after a snowstorm. So then I called Lee. I was like, hey, man, can you... Of course, Mr. Ree has Zipcar. He's like, can you order me a Zipcar, and I'll just send my you. And he's like, here's what you
I was
have
gonna
to
say
do.
he's the only person I know that even like had the app or whatever or paid.
He has every car service app on his phone.
Very, very weird thing, the zip car. But
No, I've never used it other than that.
so that's our scoot. Very quick segment. We have a Boken Boys text from last night.
Ooh.
Our friend Hypothetical Bob, while I was at the airport, I believe still, sent a text to me and you saying, and I believe Mike Porter was also on this text, and I quote, "Shout out to the Boken Boys. I took a shit at 30,000 feet listening to you talk about eating ass." It's a wonderful text. I've never been more proud to be your friend, Bob.
Thank you. The MVB, most valuable Bob.
That's all we had.
Let's continue.
Carb on carb / diet starts on Monday. I'll just do a quick diet starts on Monday. The diet
I was with
lasted
you.
12 hours, and I can't even lie about it because I was with you all 12 hours.
But you could have, because I completely forgot that I ate that delicious burger.
I had a double cheeseburger loaded with bacon and all this
And that's
grease
6
and
type of
stuff.
mustard. The
6
amount of mustard.
mustard.
Yeah. That must have been your heaven right there with the amount of mustard.
Plus, I had chicken tenders. Instead of getting fries, I got like a side order of chicken tenders. Then I had a cookie that you got me. I had a really bad Monday.
I gave him an ookie cookie.
I had a very bad eating Monday.
Did you now? Wait.
So 12 hours, better than last week, but not good.
Better than 0 hours or whatever it was? Like
I was
3?
6 hours last week.
Okay.
So I did 12 hours. If we want to go by East Coast time, I lasted 13 hours.
Okay. Do you want... Are we going carb on carb right now?
Carb
Okay.
on carb.
Do you want pizza or breakfast?
Breakfast.
Okay.
Pizza's too easy.
Wow. I can't believe you chose breakfast.
I've got canned answers for pizza that I can repeat.
So carb on carb.
But I welcome a good pizza challenge every now and then.
I'm just going to read this. This is from, it was sent to me by Ray George. Shout out Rage.
Shout out George. Shout out Ray.
Shout out the Georges.
Shout out to Rage.
Rage. Rage. Shout out Baby Luca. And
Shout out to Miss May.
once again, it's Brother Bruno's Pizza, Deli, and Bagel.
Okay.
You picked breakfast as well then when it was the breakfast pie. So here's the quote. This pizza raises the popular question we often ask. So it's not really technically pizza.
Uh-huh.
Breakfast or dessert? It's French toast, stuffed crust, topped with fruity pebbles and Captain Crunch. Hashtag dessert of the day.
Easy. I'm looking at it now. This is so easy.
Is it yes?
This is a complete and utter no.
How?
That's disgusting.
Why?
How can you eat... Okay, first of all, shout out to Councilman Scrow for being so fucked up Saturday night. He had a piece of bread, and then he put Fruit Loops on the bread.
He did.
And
I
was
said no to that. I was like,
and
dude,
he's
your
like,
hand was all over it.
This is so good. I'm like, you're eating a cereal sandwich. There's literally nothing in the world that sounds more dry and gross.
No.
That is cereal on top of pizza.
No, it's cereal on top of French toast.
Still, cereal on top of French toast.
You just started to
Hardcore
delete
no. And what's causing it to be moist in between?
That'd be the maple syrup they poured on it.
I'll do French toast with maple syrup. I will do cereal in a bowl with milk. I'll eat cereal dry. I will not ever eat cereal on top of anything. If you hold on.
Time out.
If you instead of using
Breadcrumbs, that's what I was going to go with.
breadcrumbs to fry something in
It's the
a
best
cereal,
fish I've ever had was used
I'm okay with that.
Somebody used what the fuck is it?
Fruit Loops,
No.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
Nope. It was the taste
Tricks,
No.
Lucky Charms.
They're great.
Count Chocula.
They're great.
Oh,
Tony the
Frosted
Tiger.
Flakes.
Frosted Flakes. It was.
I could have just kept naming cereals if you
I
wanted.
know. I could tell. It was wonderful. I was like, why would we ever use breadcrumbs ever again?
This was my argument. If
Why hasn't pizza been repositioned to be breadcrumbs?
what?
I mean, pizza. Sorry. My brain's a little dead. I apologize.
Frosted Flakes.
No. Cereal. Why hasn't cereal been repositioned from cereal to
Well, because it
breadcrumbs?
still tastes good whole.
Okay, but they should have a repositioned, like, you know
They
how
should
like
have a ground
Pedialyte,
down version.
Pedialyte's commercials now are for hangovers and not for children.
That's a rebranding. It's the same product.
That's what I want. I want a rebrand.
Yeah, but it's the same. You have to ground it down into powder, basically, so it becomes a different product per se.
Ooh, we could do that.
That's not a bad idea from them. But see, here's
You're
my
welcome.
thing. If you put the crunch, if you put the Frosted Flakes ground down around something else and then fry it, in my opinion, it becomes one food.
Okay,
That's
so
my-
if this was deep fried, that's one food.
the whole thing would
That's
have
not the picture.
If you
That's
deep fried French toast in Frosted Flakes, I still don't even think I would like that.
No,
I'm
but
still out on that.
No, you just said that. You said if there was deep fried.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that that's not a carb on carb in a sense. It would be one food. I guess I would
Anything
eat
deep
it, but I
fried.
wouldn't like it.
So you're saying anything deep fried is one food.
More or less. No, because then if you put like 14 carbs together and then just deep fry it. That's still 14 carbs.
All right, whatever. Fuck you.
All right, we're done with
Thanks, Rach. That was another good one. Fuck you.
Sorry, I cut you off there.
Fuck you.
Shout out to Rage, Miss May. Word of the day, Turkish snow cone.
Oh, I get to guess it, right?
Take a guess. I have 3 different definitions, so you have three good options to perhaps get it right. Turkish snow cone.
So I'm going to go with this one. I can't believe this is the first thing that popped in my head. Guys from the Middle East and Turkey in particular have anteaters or uncircumcised penises.
Okay.
So it's when...
Not all, but most.
It's when they come and then the cum on top like sits on top and the girl sucks it.
Oh, that's... Your guesses should be new definitions for these things. They're not bad. So the first one is...
Or guy. I don't know why a guy or girl could suck the snow cone, Turkish snow cone.
The act of masturbating and letting the cum bubble up like a volcano into your fist.
All right, at least I'm in the same area. I'm in the general vicinity. I haven't been close any other time.
And then making the girl lick or suck it out of your hand like a snow cone.
Oh.
But it's coming into your hand, but bubbling it up.
Well, I was thinking the anteater like kind of holds it in there like it's an own snow cone.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we were close.
Yeah.
The second one is just when you give a blowjob with shaved ice. Not exactly inspiring, but still in there. And the third one is
It's going to melt immediately.
This third one is my favorite, specifically for the last detail. While being fully covered with suds or bubbles, your partner urinates to rinse all the bubbles or
The bubbles.
all the bubbles from your
bubbles.
body on Thanksgiving Day.
Wait. Your partner urinates. Is
So
that what-
you're covered in suds or bubbles, and then someone pees on you to clean you off on Thanksgiving Day. I don't know why Thanksgiving's
Turkey.
on there.
Turkish.
Oh, look at
Turkish.
you! There
Yeah.
we go. See, I didn't even put 2 and 2 together
Because you were like, this is ridiculous.
because I'm reading these and I was like, wow. How are there 3 different definitions for this exact?
We have 4 now. So
And we have 4, and it was all different people. How does that happen? How do people think like that?
I don't know.
I mean, well, we do, but
Yeah, I mean,
we
literally,
should just do like a Mad Libs. We put 2 words together and just make up definitions.
easily done.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, this is what we're doing right now. That's what I just did.
That's correct.
I feel like mine are all very sexually oriented.
Not
always.
a bad word. Not our best. I put it in the middle of the road.
Okay, I liked it.
And this is going to perfectly lead into a question I have for you in the coitus corner. So, and welcome to the coitus corner. Oh, it's so smoky and dreamy in here. Hot coitus corner. Welcome to the coitus corner.
You already said that.
Again, I love the coitus corner.
Hot coitus corner.
Hut. This thing came up. I don't know who it was, and I don't even know how it makes sense. But the term reverse circumcision. Do you remember us talking about that this weekend?
I don't remember much, so no.
What if that was a thing? So you know how you get a circumcision?
What is it? A girl stands on her hands and cuts you.
Oh no, we're not doing we're not doing word of the day. We're not doing word of the day. I'm talking about like you're
You get
Jewish.
it put back on?
Yeah, you're Jewish. You go to a brisk, right? Like that's what you do as a kid.
A bris. It's not the drink bris.
No, you know. Well,
It's not an iced tea.
listen,
It's a bris.
It depends what temple you go to. You get
in Brooklyn, a guy from Brooklyn, it's a brisk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, go ahead.
you get your skin cut off. They say it's got its benefits. Whatever the deal is. What if later on in life you could reverse the procedure?
Why would you ever do that?
And you can get foreskin put back onto your penis, so then you became
penis?
an uncircumcised anteater.
Why would you ever do that?
I don't know why don't people get it done in the first place?
Who thought of this? Who was the first? Why is it a thing that so many people have asked for the foreskin back on?
I don't know if
Is there like a specific religion where you can't technically go to heaven if the skin is cut off the top of your penis? Because that's the only logical
I'm just going to
answer.
assume it's Muslims.
I don't know. I think it's like a health.
No one fact check me. Just Muslims. Muslims all are uncut. No, don't fact check me.
You know who? Speaking of that, one of those tattoos has guaranteed you the right to cut off our Red Dragon friend's anteater. Not the whole anteater, just the
I have
the skin.
tattoo on my chest, the Young and Reckless symbol from back in the day.
Unbelievable.
And there was a wager made between me and our friend Noons that he was supposed to get his anteater chopped if I got this tattoo, and here we are about 8 years later, and I still have a tattoo, and he still has foreskin.
Well, obviously you have the tattoo. I can't believe he hasn't done it. He has to do it. All right, I don't know why that's not a fair trade in his regards. You need to get like a back tattoo.
He wanted a full back tattoo of it, and I just showed up the next time I saw him with the tattoo on my chest, and he was like,
"Nope,
that's not." Well, first he said, "That's not real. I'm not doing it. That's not real. That's not a real tattoo." Scratching it, blowing on it, rubbing it with soap, and then I was like, "No, this is real, bro." And then like later on, he's like, "Well," then he found out it's not the whole back, blah blah blah.
I don't know. I think he's right in the situation. For me to have any piece of my penis in an adult stage cut off or put back on, you're going to have to get a full back tattoo of the Y&R.
I've heard it's very painful and and dangerous when you're older.
Yeah, it's super dangerous. Like super. I don't know how dangerous. I assume death is the only option there. Like that's why people with foreskins don't get it cut off. Unless maybe it makes a tiny bit like a what are these called? Micro
penises.
Maybe it gives them some
girth.
Yeah, a nice girthy.
Maybe no one was talking to me. I have like a notes page in my phone that I just write. I just write things down in and then put in my show notes.
Everybody that has an iPhone has that too. It's called Notes. It's an app.
All right. Well, I have a Droid. Anyway, and when I came home from Austin, either maybe I was just really drunk one night and someone said something and I wrote down reverse circumcision.
This is what I like to see.
So
surprise, motherfucker.
So what? Like, if this was a thing. Would you ever do it? Just to see what it was like to have, say this was a 20-minute procedure and there was no health problems that could ever occur from it. Would you just
what is the benefit? I want to know the benefit. The reason you would
get
ever
to have foreskin, and maybe it'll be, and it's different. It's like getting a boob job when you're older in life. You're just changing up your dick. Midlife crisis dick. You get foreskin.
I just can't ever see a reason that I would ever do this.
I don't know. I'm just trying to make it a thing.
I know. It's not
You get dick cleavage, and then you get a reverse circumcision. I don't know.
That's it? Okay, that's it?
Did I ever read the text about the peanut butter jelly sandwich wedgie?
No.
I think that I read this on Barstool. I just want to read it real quick.
Okay.
Because this is kind of funny. This was like a Tinder. Someone wrote this on Tinder. No, I definitely read this. Never mind. Okay, keep
just fucking.
No, I read it. I read it already.
Thank you for coming to the COITUS Corner. That COITUS Corner.
COITUS Corner. Let's go into
I forgot.
Whatchamacallit now. Well, we'll do Bones Benders.
Oh, this is good. A little loud, huh?
Thanks for breaking my ears.
I didn't mean to do that one. Yeah, so I don't know. Oh, somebody I know went on a pretty decent bender recently, and I've had my fair share. And I mean, benders, I don't count weekends. A week has to be part of it.
And it's pretty much got to be 4 days. I want to say 3, 4.
3 days.
If it's all weekdays, it could be 3. I think if it's a weekend, and if you have any weekends in there, it's got to be 4. Because if you do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Is that really a bender?
Yeah.
You got to throw in the Monday.
Yeah. So I'm going to start with the Monday. My old company used to go out. I used to go out 4 to 5 days a week a lot of times, but not like bender status. I would go out after work. I would leave work late. Everyone would be at
You
this
had a slight drinking problem.
Yeah, a little bit. This one specific bar, and I would go grab a couple beers and then go walk across town and
generally that would
take
turn
the
into
bus
like
home.
7.
And that's the issue, is a lot of times it turned into 7. We had this thing called Tuesday on Tuesdays, which it's an inside thing. Tuesdays.
Holler.
Yeah. But this Monday, it started out with, let's go to happy hour. And this bar, these waitresses who are all from Russia and they speak very little English. So it's like my heaven. Not the English part, but the hot girls from Russia would always hook it up. Like we'd have 10 beers each and it would be like $15 a person. It was fantastic. So we went there and then it turned into, all right, my buddy lived close by. You want to stop by? We're going to go meet up with these girls and have dinner. Go out to dinner with them. And this one girl who was also foreign from France, everyone else went home. And I, for some reason, we were smoking a cigarette outside. She's like, do you want to come out? I'm going out to XYZ club. We went to a club on a Monday night.
Went to the club.
and it was packed, dude.
Welcome to New York, bro.
Like mobbed and fucking. Oh my god, what is his name? Oh, what's the rapper's name? His son went to Quinnipiac.
Busta Rhymes.
I met Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes was a dick.
Well, I mean, he's out on a Monday.
He tried to cut me to get drinks, and I was wasted.
Literally cut you?
Yes.
What makes you think I won't cut you?
And then instead of going home, I got so drunk I had to leave, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like,
On a Monday.
I have to go to work tomorrow. I walked around for a little bit, got breakfast, and went to work at like 5:30, and I had an office, and literally just went to sleep. Like I closed the door.
Did you sleep in like the closet?
No, I just closed the door and you can just lock it. I closed the door and locked it. Nobody knew I was there because it's 5:30 in the morning, and I went to sleep. And I always had like 3 suits in there.
Yeah, well then you have to have different clothes.
And then like Tuesday happened, and this was all in the summer, and like it was like somebody's birthday, and I'm like, fuck, I guess I'm not showering today, and I just went out, like instantly went out. I think that's a weekday bender could be those 2 days. If I don't sleep in my own bed, I sleep in my office and then go out. That's ridiculous. What is the matter with me?
I literally could not do that right now.
I can't do that anymore. And like it's like the second I left that environment, I could never do that again, which is wonderful. Not like mentally, like I could try to do it again, but physically my body was like, thank God.
I felt like just 45 bags of dicks from this weekend from the bachelor party. I couldn't do that during the day, during the week especially.
Yeah. Well, Adderall's fantastic. Anyway,
it's a hell of a drug.
And then Wednesdays, it was the summer, so we went to Spar Rio, and I was like, oh, I'll have a couple margaritas. So I haven't showered in two days here because I stayed out all of Tuesday.
Nice and balmy, and it's the summer, mind you.
Yeah, but I mean, I had deodorant. I had a lot of stuff in my
I'm just saying, you're a little swampy at during this time of year.
I'm not kidding. I had half the clothes, dude. Half the clothes that were in here now were in my office. I had like 3 or 4 suits because you could just wear, and 4 or 5 shirts. Like it was great. So that was a real bad bender. Most of them were like one night and then take a break the next night and then another night.
You definitely had like 4 layers of that filth on your skin. Yeah. You know, like that layer you get after like not showering for 24 hours.
Yeah,
you probably had a few of those going on.
Yeah, it's nice. It feels good on your skin. I don't know. It's nice and like I had it after this weekend. It was like Monday or Tuesday. I didn't shower. I just went home and went right to bed.
Oh, no,
and then Tuesday woke up at 10 and had to work immediately. And then it was like 3 o'clock. And I'm like, oh.
I landed and took quite possibly the longest shower of my life. So
that's the Bones Bender corner.
Welcome to the Bones Bender corner.
I don't have the whammy button up.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, hold on.
It's probably not. Terrible.
What do you want me to do here? Funk Master Flex. Funk.
I can't wait to get a splitter so I can just do all the buzzers.
I'm sorry, I have to open in a different app.
Next thing we got before quick hitters, we're going to do I Like Sports, and then we'll get into quick hitters, and then that'll be it. We'll do shout-outs and stuff. So, I Like Sports. Stanley Cup Finals. Talk about it, Bones.
What do you mean, talk about it?
I don't know.
Fuck you!
Talk about hockey, I guess.
Game 7. First Game 7 since 2011 in the finals, where the Bruins also played. They won that one.
Cool.
The Bruins haven't won a Game 7 at home since they played the Blues at home in a Game 7. Blues have been in the NHL. They were the second. I've said this multiple times. Don't act all disheveled. You bet on the game.
No, I didn't.
You're not a gambler anymore. You only gamble on will he get that dildo out. And they have never won. They've been to a bunch. They were to a lot and then haven't been to the Stanley Cup in a long time. But they were to a lot. They were like 6 or 7 back in the day, and their goalie stood on his head. You know that? Have you seen that commercial where it's the big walrus in net?
Yes.
And the guy goes, "It's a walrus! This is ridiculous!" That's the way this guy played.
You know who thinks that's funny?
What?
People like you that like hockey and no one else.
Fuck you. And Boston I thought they were going to get shut out, and they scored a goal with like 2 minutes left, 4-1.
Wow.
Boston fans are like pissed off. They're fighting. Fuck you. You want to talk? We got to talk anti-Boston. Are you a Boston Celtics fan?
I did like the Celtics up until Kyrie came.
So you liked the Celtics until that point?
Well, they were a young, fun bunch. They used to have my favorite.
Stop it. Get some help.
They used to have one of my favorite players of all time, my second favorite player of all time, Kevin Garnett.
Second favorite player of all
Charlie
time?
Ward is my favorite player of all time.
It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. He's like the best Nick of all time, right?
Well, he's probably the second or third best multi-sport athlete of all time.
Every time you talk now over my hockey,
Then I will give you the floor.
yes. So Boston fans are all like pissed off. There's one of the games there was a missed call that they lost.
Tuukka Rask.
Yeah, Tuukka. He let up some goals, but I mean, not really. There were tip-ins. Wonderful. And for Boston to lose on home ice is fucking awesome because all those fans,
Tuukka Rask.
all those Boston fans get to see a loss. They don't see losses. This would have been their third fucking championship.
All right, now you're talking something I can agree upon.
This is the third championship this year.
It is nice to see them finally lose.
Yes, that's what you can't You can't let them win 3 out of 4.
They were doing very well.
Yeah. So I hope this is the beginning of the end.
Fuck you, Patrick McGillicuddy.
Yeah.
Just one quick little thing on the NBA. Game 6 is tonight. KD got hurt. KD's probably going to the Knicks. I hate KD. Kyrie is apparently going to
The Nets.
the Nets, according to you,
Just signed with Rock Nation.
because he signed with Rock Nation.
Well, he left his agent has taken him everywhere so far, so why would he change agents?
I read today that his agent was advising him to stay in Boston, and he should stay true to his word that he wanted to stay in Boston, and they had a disagreement over that. So then he left his agent.
God, did that guy get fired instantly?
Probably. Oh, God forbid your agent, who's going to get you a max deal, tell you something about loyalty.
Basketball.
All right.
No, but the agent doesn't care about your max deal. He cares about his max deal. He wants a long-term deal. He never wants short-term deals.
Staying in
agent.
Boston would have given him the most money. I mean,
it doesn't matter for
a guy who's injury prone.
doesn't matter.
I would take the check.
How much money has Kyrie made already?
He's going to be mad at wherever he goes. He's like a little baby.
Who isn't a baby in the NBA?
What, Russell Westbrook?
You don't think Russell Westbrook is a baby? Are
No.
you fucking kidding me?
I think he's just a badass motherfucker.
Have you seen what he looks like and dresses like?
Yeah, he's into fashion.
I just don't agree with you on anything you're saying right now.
That's fine.
Well,
All right.
yeah, Kyrie and AD to the Nets. Heard it here.
Okay.
AD first.
Quick hitters. Actually, let's go hypothetical first.
Do we have
I have one feigned from one of our group chats here. Would you rather listen to your least favorite song for 9 hours straight on repeat in a small room by yourself with no light, or be waterboarded for 45 seconds?
waterboarded for 45 seconds? It's not really waterboarding. They just throw a towel over your face and pour water down your throat.
That's literally the definition of waterboard.
I know, but like for 45 seconds, it really doesn't do anything. I'm not going to drown. So like, I'll be fine.
You run the risk. How about this? There's a 1% chance you die of the waterboard.
But how long with the music?
9 hours with the music, or a 1% chance you die
And I can't
from being
move?
waterboarded.
I can't move for 9 hours?
You can move around the room, but
I can move around the room?
But it's blasting. It has to be your least favorite song, the song you hate the most.
I don't even know what that is. I'm trying
Well,
to think.
you know, and then you can move around the room, but it's a 4x4 room. That's it. So you can basically only walk like 2 paces, and that's it. Dark room, 9 hours.
Yeah, waterboarded. Still, 45 seconds of waterboard.
You're literally going to take a chance of dying.
You think you don't have a higher than 1% chance of dying like right now with the way our bodies are and like what you've put into your body? Yeah, I think you do.
No.
I think you do.
This is the easiest thing of all time. I'll deal with the mental torture for 9 hours.
No, I don't know, man. Will you?
I
9
won't.
hours is
Yeah, but I'm
way
not going to
longer.
go crazy.
You don't know that.
You're right. I don't know that. But at least if I come out, I'm still alive. I'm taking a one.
So here's the
I'm taking a
hypothetical.
1 in
Would you
100 chance that I'm going to die.
Yeah, I'm going to take that.
You flip a coin 100 times. No, that wasn't a good one.
Here's a question for you. When you have sex with someone that is on birth control, and they say you can come inside me, do you come inside them?
That's a 99.999% chance.
It's a 1% chance
It's
that
not
you would
1%.
get her pregnant.
99.999%.
If Antonio Cromartie was doing
Do you know what that 1%?
Antonio
Do you know what the
Cromartie-
1% is?
What?
Human error.
Do you know Antonio?
That's the 1%
Cromartie?
chance.
Antonio Cromartie.
If I knew that she had taken it every single day, then I'm okay with it.
Every woman I've ever met in my life that I've seen them take birth control, they never get it right every day. It doesn't make sense to me. They never take it every day.
I'm just telling you what that 1% is. It's human error. This waterboarding, there's no human error involved. You're just going to die
This one's
1%
literally
of the
got
time.
an alarm. She's got an alarm,
So what?
and she misses it. And she'll miss 3 days with an alarm on her phone.
Why would you ever take the part where you could die?
I mean, we're all going to die one day.
It's not like it's a 4-day marathon of mental torture. It's 9 hours. I was in the airport for double that.
Yeah, but the airport was fun for me.
Yeah, because you were laughing at me the whole time. I must have walked up to that board like 1,000 times of
I was
departures.
just videotaping you the whole time, and just like your face was very defeated. It wasn't angry. It wasn't sad. It was just I have nothing to do here.
Shout out for Councilman Scrow for that idea, and that's our hypothetical that Bones an idiot.
Why am I an idiot?
You chose death. Quick hitters. First one up. Mother arrested for DUI while driving her child's toy truck on the road. Tells police she was training to be a wrestler like her PE teacher father.
Wait, repeat. The mother was just
A mother was arrested for a DUI driving like
dually.
like those little Barbie Jeeps. She was driving one of those on the side of the road, and when she got pulled over, she said she was training to be a wrestler. That doesn't even make any sense, but that's what happened.
maybe she thought she was like, I'm so big, I'm a wrestler. Look at me drive this car.
I don't know where this took place, but it's got to be Florida.
It's definitely Florida.
I didn't read, but it's got to be
It's
Florida.
definitely Florida.
100% chance it's Florida.
Yeah, because in Louisiana you don't get arrested for that. In most places, only in Florida, they're like, oh god, another fucking meth head. Somebody's riding this fucking bike.
I feel like
Here's the question:
God,
do you know that that is indeed illegal?
it's a motorized vehicle. It's got to be illegal.
Correct. A bicycle,
Even a bicycle, yeah. Any
illegal?
moving vehicle.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's illegal for you to be drunk in public.
Do you think rollerblades are illegal to be drunk in public on?
Once you are drunk and you walk outside of your house, technically, when you leave a bar, you can get arrested for being drunk in public. Technically,
If you're acting drunk in public.
yeah, but if a
Like
cop
Sunday
wanted to
night-
give you a ticket,
Sunday night, I think I went through 3 scooters. I'm looking at the pictures right now, and it's like a different color scooter every time. So
but you know what? They do die. So you probably just kept. They would die, and you would re-go, die and redo, die and redo, die and redo. So I mean,
okay, next one. So that Floridian woman is crazy.
there was a drug raid at a Hoboken apartment. I'm going to give you a guess as to what drugs were uncovered first. The main one that was uncovered:
Cocaine.
crack cocaine.
Crack cocaine.
And now I'm going to give you a second question. Where do you think this took place? Give me
This is very simple.
give
It's
me
like
a street and a cross street.
2nd and Jackson.
You are correct on the Jackson, pretty much. Where now? Give me between where and where you think. A little higher up
Higher up on Oh, you mean like so
on
like,
Jackson.
Yeah, all right. So this is where the projects of Hoboken are. It's like 4th and 5th.
It was
Third and fourth?
the 6th and 600th block. So it was 6th Street and 600th, which is basically Jackson and 6th. They
Yeah.
found multiple things of crack cocaine, like multiple violations
Yeah.
of crack cocaine. It was a couple. So shout out to you, Hoboken.
Have
Stay
you ever?
classy.
So do you remember when West 5 Supper Club was open?
Oh my
obviously?
God, yeah. Shout out Angelo.
Do you remember like because living here for so long now, like I know where I'm going, but like I used to come
It was
here
early on when we moved here, so we didn't know the town layout as well.
Yes, and like
It's gridded pretty much 1 to
so it's
15
easy on
up and
Washington
down.
because there's you can tell everywhere everything is. There's
But,
water to
yeah,
the right. Yeah, like
east and west though, it's all like presidential streets. And
And
if you
it-
can't see the water, we can struggle getting around when you first
correct.
move here.
And I walked me and one of the friends. We walked all the way. We somehow ended almost in Jersey City. So we were like in that area. We were like, we looked up and we were like, what the fuck? It's like, how did this happen? I'm like, I don't even know where I am. And like Google Maps wasn't
It's
helping.
very easy to get lost.
Yeah, from West 5. And then that one kid did get lost and died, and they shut it down.
Your best bet is just walking north, because at least you'll be north. Like go to like 12th Street, because at least then you'll be out of most of it.
Remember the lines for that place? They were huge.
I loved West 5.
Yeah, West 5 was great.
Next one. a Mormon millionaire held his own, basically The Bachelor. 2,500 women applied. He had his own billboard, and 20 women ended up competing for the chance to be one of his wives.
So all of them won. Every single one.
I think he actually...
Congratulations! Welcome to being my wives.
I think he only picked one of them, but he had billboards that like auctioned, or basically like advertising this, and 2,500 women applied. And I saw some of the pictures of the women, like they weren't like hideous. Like there was like attractive women.
Do you know what Mormon women look like? They're the Aryan race. They're blonde hair, blue eyes. Have you seen
I have not met many Mormons.
Have you seen like BYU's cheerleading team? They're all really
true.
freaking hot, and they're all Mormon women.
Remember when BYU threw the center off their basketball team because he got his girlfriend pregnant?
No, in the tournament.
Yeah, and they were like, "Well, he cannot have sex."
But she just soaked him so hard.
He's an immaculate conception.
Yeah, she Mormon soaked so hard that he
bum 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 bum.
Yep. The other thing, wasn't he black too?
He was.
Yeah, which is an interesting thing if you're a black Mormon. It's like read the Mormon Bible. The book, whatever, the Book of Joseph.
The Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon. It literally says to get into heaven, you have to turn white.
And then we have one last one. There was a tiny island off the Irish coast that only has 469 people. They wrote an open letter to Americans and Australians to relocate there because they have internet now. It's $100,000 for
like a castle.
It's $130,000 for a house. $400,000 for a 3-bedroom house. Would you move there?
How good is the internet, though? Because they haven't had internet.
Job descriptions of the people have to have really good internet. Because they were like a lot of online type-based jobs, and they were boasting about it. Would you move to this? There's 469 people on this island.
Nice.
Nice. Would you move there?
I mean, depending on the stage of my life.
Right now. You could drop everything. You could do your job remotely from there.
I literally can do, well, not well because it's 6 hours.
Let's just pretend like you could remotely do your job. Would you pick up and leave and just go there and live there?
Probably not. I'm going to go with no.
I mean, if I had nothing going on, if I had like no family or friends, I think this is a brilliant idea to just go out there. Just buy a house and hang out.
Yeah,
if you're good at one thing, you are the best person at that thing on the island.
If I was like an artistic savant of like computer engineering, I'd go move there.
Yeah, and then you'd be
I'd
like
buy
the
half the
town
island.
guru.
Yeah, because you're probably already pretty loaded, and I'd just buy half the island.
The island's 3 by 5, 3 miles by 5 miles, so it's like 3.5 Hobokens.
I know exactly. We talked about this. I know what island you're talking about.
Yeah,
there's no police on the island.
It's an Amarine Island or something.
There's like 1 or 2 bars, and in Ireland, their bars are only open till 2 a.m. unless you're on this island. They like almost never close because they don't have to because no police ever go to the island. Like I'm sure there's instances where like people die or something happens, but maybe not. There's only 460 people. There's a good probability that people don't die. But yes, I would not go. Would you go?
100%. If I had nothing
right
going
now?
On. No, I mean
you just said right now.
If I was single and I could do my job there, I would
thumbed
go.
one too many girls.
I
and
would
you're like,
go.
fuck this, I'm going.
I would go if that was the case.
You don't think they have air conditioning and or boilers?
It's very temperate from what I heard over there.
So you don't think they
have boilers?
You don't think they need hot water?
They do. I'm just saying. I would think about it. I would go if I was single and like just felt like doing a midlife crisis.
Okay.
All right. Two buzzes for Double Shot. Just finished the episode. Live reactions. We got Brittany Yagon. What are your initial reactions on the episode, Bones?
Not shocked.
Yeah.
She literally didn't do anything, but her dad was great. Just
family was nice.
He pounds. I think he drinks about 15 to 20
butt heavies
a day.
Definitely a butt heavy guy. Yeah. I thought they were getting rid of 2 people today. So when when Elle, what the hell, was safe right away, I was very shocked. But then we learned it was just one person getting voted off. So Brittany was a nice chick, but I think we all saw this coming. Now the only question is, I mean, Darren's got to win. It's not even a question. Darren's got to win. I think Darren wins.
I mean, we've been saying this for a while.
I mean, we love Darren. We're a pro Darren pod. I'm just saying, Now we have
ECBC.
2 episodes left. Pro ECBC.
What about Darren? And who else was doing the B-Lashes dance?
I believe it was L. I didn't see who else, but the B-Lash dance getting a lot of play today.
Yeah,
Love the B-Lash dance.
there should be a song like there's going to be, like Teach Me How to Nay Nay. It's going to be like a
Teach me how to B-Lash.
Teach Me How to B-Lash. I think that's a good one.
We got to get a little GIF action, maybe a little beat behind it.
Teach me how to lash. Teach me how to B-Lash.
I dig it.
Okay.
We
good.
started off the episode. They brought all the families down.
Shout out Don.
Shout out Don. By far and away, the number one family member. Well, there's a 1 and there's a 2. Don was the best. We love Don. Pro Don podcast.
Pro Don
now.
podcast.
Very good. He's typical Jersey. Love that guy. Number 2.
Do you think he owns like a disposal company by any chance? No.
Darren, your dad definitely
he's
is either in like waste management or he's like a gravel guy.
Yep.
Or he owns a field somewhere upstate.
Either way,
with all the cherry trees.
Either way, he's great.
Good guy. He was definitely my favorite parent. The number 2 person that got a lot of shine in this was Jonathan, Maria's best friend. He was in a lot of scenes. Jonathan and Maria's brother were fucking drunk.
Well, yeah, I mean,
He kept saying, "The cabs are here. The cabs are here."
the cabbage is here. No,
They were drunk.
I mean, you go to an open bar at a club, even if it's in a house club. I want my own house club now.
Yeah, the house club.
The house club's great.
Next apartment in Hoboken, we're just going to have a room, and then whenever we have people over, we're going to be like, all right, time to go to the club. And then they all get ready and dressed up, and then we just walk into the next room.
Yeah, it's like, all right, here we go.
And it's just you standing there with an iPad, with an iPod in your hand. with 2 songs only loaded on it, just to keep hitting repeat.
Hello?
So the girls thought it was a prank that all the families are coming, and then Paulie and Vinny call themselves
Break one tape it.
Paul and Vincent.
Tonight,
And they
we are
say-
Paul and Vincent.
Paulie goes, we're going to say words like aristocrat and sanctuannuity, which
And Vinny goes,
not a word.
Not a word.
Elle is back on Team Vinny. That's what we find out.
But she's got the double shot,
Yeah, but now she's Team Vinny. I think that's her lane.
which Paul was not. Paul was not happy about.
Yeah.
So he's like, you know what? You get a shot with both of us.
So Elise's parents showed up. Maria's gay best friend and brother. Darren's dad, Don. Great man.
Pro Don podcast.
Pro Don podcast. Elle's aunt and mom. Elle's mom, a former federal prosecutor. So I guess that's how we know she got the job up on Capitol Hill. Brittany's mom and dad, straight up from the country.
Yep.
Nikki's cousin shows up late and she cries for like the 9 millionth time.
He literally says
She's clingy.
she loves so hard it comes off as clingy.
This girl, she is the worst.
She cries every episode. Every episode.
Like, I could produce this show just all right. It's a camera cut to Nikki crying, then a camera cut to Darren giving her a dirty look. Camera cut back to Nikki like being in love with Paulie and jumping on him. Camera cut back to the ECBC gang giving dirty looks and making fun of her. And then another camera cut back. Nikki's crying. What a shock. Get a new lane. Do something different. You're annoying me.
Yeah.
You've been annoying me this whole show, and now you're really annoying me. Just stop crying.
Why you
no
al-
one loves me. Maybe because you're a clingy bitch.
Why you always crying?
I've been denying.
I think it's lying, but still, we're gonna go with crying.
BNN over here. We don't care. They walk around. So they go, we're going out to a nice Italian dinner. Guess where the Italian dinner is, Bones? In the backyard. High budget show.
It was Italian dinner, then club.
Italian dinner, then club, all on the same premise.
A real Italian
Premises.
dinner. If I eat that 6-course Italian dinner, I'm not going to any club, even if it's in my house.
Yeah.
That club is being shut down.
Is the word premise or premises? Premises? Premises. Premises. On premise.
I think I can help out.
Is it
here.
only a single word?
Premises?
Anyway, when they go to the club, that's when the B-Lashes dance comes out. And then Paulie takes Don outside. Don is Darren's number 1 fan. We are Darren's number 1 fan. And we are also Don's number 1 fan.
Technically number 2 fan because Don's number 1. We can't be number 1. I'll give it to Don.
All right, fine. We're like a horse race. We'll take a 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
We'll be the 1B.
Well, we're 1B.
Yeah. In case he scratches, we're in. The cabs are here. Maria's family was just so drunk. It was very entertaining. And then you had Nikki saying, he thinks I'm like clingy or something. Elle had a great look off. Then we had an early cab ceremony, like 35 minutes into the show. Elle gets called down first. She's safe. Then
She's got
Nikki,
the double shot.
She's got the double shot. Then Nikki comes down. They go to commercial break to give you a little tension, but she's safe. Elise is safe. Maria is safe. Darren and Brittany get called down together. Bye, Brittany.
Yeah,
She was
we
nice,
knew.
but she wasn't doing it for me.
Yeah. She needed to, she should have made out with both of them, as she said she was going to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all knew that was coming.
Everyone in Ocean County, watch out. Tornadoes.
Tornado
coming through.
warning.
Yeah.
A lot of tornado warnings going on.
Yep.
I mean, it was a pretty slow episode. I mean, we liked Don, and then after all that, Ronnie and JWoww show up, and Ronnie has some big old chompers.
He's got chiclet teeth. They
Yeah.
look like chiclets. like it's not perfect up top either. Why would he do that?
Brand new, big, fake teeth. It looked like he was struggling to lift them up when he would talk. He had to use his lips to lift his teeth up so then he could speak.
Absolutely incredible.
Ron, stop! Ron! Ron! The theme of next week is going to be we're going to take advice from Ronnie and JWoww on what not to do in a
They
relationship.
literally admit to it, Paul and Vincent.
Paul and Vincent.
They literally admit to it, probably not the right people to bring on.
Darren in one of her little one-on-ones with the camera goes, she knocks a glass off and then starts laughing. And then she goes, if Ronnie's here, I might have to button up 1, 2, maybe even 3 more buttons.
It was very true, though. Very, very true. And they just had a short clip. Are they going to be in the entire episode next episode?
They're doing a lie detector test. JWoww calls in allegedly someone that she knows is an expert in the field in lie detecting.
Don's less attractive brother,
Don.
Ron.
Yes, it's Florida Ron.
Florida Ron.
And then we have 2 episodes left. I mean, next episode, we saw a quick preview of Nikki definitely not looking good when talking to Paulie about being clingy.
Well, no, it's just Paulie got out of his, I think, sex mind.
Yeah.
And just went, oh, wait a minute.
I'm going to have to hang out with this girl?
Yeah, hold on. How did Vinny see this before me? Vinny saw it from day one. He was like, okay.
It's never been more clear that Darren is the clear front runner, and he is so stupid to pick anyone else but her. You have 2 totally opposite people, and spoiler alert, only one of them is good.
I mean, when your cousin calls you out,
Yeah.
that's not a good sign.
And it wasn't in a joking way either.
He was very
I would do
serious.
that to you, but I would laugh about it,
Yeah.
and I would take it to the extreme so they knew I was kidding. No, he was just like, yo, this is a crazy strike, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. And now she's just tweeting, I can take I'm bulletproof. Keep shooting at me.
Yeah,
Come on.
another shot. And she doesn't
She's like,
drink,
why
so
do
we
you
know
think-
she's not talking about alcohol.
Yeah. Maybe she needs to drink. Maybe that would help. Or maybe the cleanliness is even bad when she drinks. Even worse.
You know how
Even
terrible. That's
bad.
maybe she stopped drinking to rein it in.
God, what would it be like if she's drinking?
No, well, I have a few ideas.
You've been there.
Been there.
I was going to say, I think we've all been there. I've been there.
I mean, that's all. I thought it was a slow episode. That's all I really got. I mean, we're pro Darren, we're pro
pro
B
Don.
Lash's dance, pro Marissa Still,
and
pro
pro Don.
ECBC, and most importantly, now we're pro Don.
Yeah.
ECBC
And Don.
plus Don.
They should have Don should be the host of their show.
That's what I like.
Wow.
Don is Chris Harrison of the you don't watch The Bachelor, Bachelorette, but Chris Harrison is the host, but he only comes in, he gives advice here and there, he sends the people home nicely. That's going to be Don.
Yeah.
Except he's gonna be like, get the fuck out of here. You're done.
You're done.
You are not good enough for my daughter.
Yeah. That's perfect.
That's the send off line. You're not good enough for my daughter. You're gonna go upstate to where the cherry trees are.
Wow. Maybe that's why they didn't.
That's the new show.
That's why they didn't respond to our email because they're like, oh, we already have Don.
Yeah.
It's Don and the ECBC girls.
We don't need a host for the new show. We got Don.
God,
Love Don.
Don's great. Where do you think Don's favorite place to eat is in Bergen County? What's your?
Whatever his local town's Italian restaurant is. It's not the Olive Garden. That's that fake shit.
No, you don't go to the Olive Garden. They do have endless pasta though, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Endless pasta
especially
is the biggest scam in the world.
I think on the website it said her hometown is Franklin Lake, so he's probably a wealthy bougie ass guy up there.
Yes, you're correct.
So he's not going to the Olive Garden.
yeah, but if you want,
He's
endless
going to
pasta-
Cenzino or
If you want endless buttery pasta, it's a scam because you can really only eat 2 bowls of that. and then you're done.
True.
And it's the cheat, and they charge you $20, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get a lot of pasta. No, you're not.
I'll eat 100 breadsticks though. I'll run down those breadsticks.
Is that or macaroni grill is the one where you draw on the table? You've been
I believe that's the one.
Yeah.
I think I've only been there like once.
all right. Well, let's go ahead and end it. But Darren's gonna win.
Pro Darren Pod, Pro Don Pod,
Pro Don Pod.
Pro
Shout-
ECBC,
Yeah. Pro
B Lashes, Pro Marissa. But most importantly,
Pro-
we've added
all of them.
a new person to the squad,
We were a team of 3.
and now our wolf pack has grown to 4.
Yes.
Shout out Don.
Shout out Don.
Shout out time.
You know, you make me wanna shout out.
Woo! I will defer to you if you'd like to go first, Bones. We got a heavy shout out.
Sure. Let me just pull up my notes, but I have 7 pages on my phone. I know that freaks you out.
Yes, it does.
Shout out to my mother, Antonia, not to be confused with whose mother was Antonia. I think it's Elise. His mother's name was Antonia. Shout out.
Sure.
Whatever. Shout out to Antonia. Love you, mother. Shout out to Darren's dad.
Don.
Yeah. Pro Don podcast. Shout out to Austin. I think I'm going to pick Austin over San Diego if I have to move somewhere.
No, I'm still San Diego.
You're still San Diego?
I'm still San Diego.
Lake Travis didn't just turn your heart?
No. I mean, I love Lake Travis, but San Diego is just way better of a place.
You sure?
Love San Diego.
Okay. Shout out to the St. Louis Blues for winning their first Stanley Cup.
Cool.
Fuck you. Shout out to Jay-Z for signing Kyrie.
Hasn't happened yet.
He signed with Rock Nation.
Yeah, but Brooklyn hasn't happened yet.
And shout out to everyone's father this weekend. Don, happy Father's Day.
Happy Papa's Day. Happy Don. Happy Don Day.
Happy Don Day. Don's Day. And shout out, obviously, Team ECBC, Pro Darren Podcast.
All right. I got shout out Mike Montagna, Mr. Cucumber Vodka himself. Couple weddings this weekend. Juliet and Bobby Robbie. Great job. Also, Jill Talbot. Good job.
yeah.
Congratulations.
That's right.
2 nice little weddings of younger siblings of the gang.
Talbots are just getting all married up. Huh?
Yeah. And then we have the future Mr. and Mrs. Mark Dantael coming to a city near you in next week. What up, Murph? Shout out Yadam. Shout out to the Wieners and Boots.
Oh, shout out Boots.
Shout out Boots.
Boots.
Got a text from the Wieners and the Boots this weekend.
What's she doing, Stu? She's still working for Save the Children?
We didn't discuss careers.
Oh, okay. She's still wearing those
Mostly
boots?
stain removal boot tactics. Shout out Don. Shout out James Max Moyer. Shout out to Dr. Mr. and Mrs. Scollins on their honeymoon. Shout out to Mr. Ree. Shout out to Schley for planning the bachelor party.
Shout out Sly.
Councilman Scrow.
Councilman Scrow.
Hank.
Hank.
Shout out to JT. John Thomas, quite possibly the nicest man in the world.
So nice.
Shout out to Brennan. Beautiful Uber ride home with you. MVB.
Most valuable Bobby.
Shout out to Matt Baker. Shout out to Daddy. Great hula hooper.
He's good at diving through hula hoops. He couldn't actually do the hula hoop. I don't know if you remember that. None of us could
hula
do it.
hoop. No,
we couldn't move our
hip
body.
slide.
She's that girl that fell face first. She had like 6 hula hoops.
That's why we
going around
started
her.
jumping.
Yeah.
Shout out to my brother. I do declare. MVP of the weekend.
Hell yes. Shout out to Platian.
McAdoo! Half Share Joe.
Half Share Joe. Shout out. He took a bruise on the slide, like real hard slide.
Oh,
The really cool slide, but very easy to get bruised there.
Shout out to Jay Stu. Hello?
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 Shout out to Jimbo.
Hell yes.
Hells yes. Shout out to Goldberg. Maybe an anti-shout out to Goldberg.
No, shout out to Goldberg.
Fine. We'll give him one.
We got all the McAdoo.
McAdoo! Obviously, Schley, we already got him. We got Half Share Joe. I'm going to go top 3 Longo. I love Longo. I fucking love Longo.
I can't be around it for too long, though, because we're too compatible in our demeanors. So, yeah, I can't be around it for too long.
I already miss Longo.
So I remembered what I said. I mean, I don't know the text, but
Go
it's
ahead.
like, So apparently, everyone was doing like blackout speeches at the dinner.
Yes.
Apparently, I stood up, and the first thing I said is, "I've never met someone that's treated women worse than myself." And the waitress walked in. Apparently.
All right, now I remember that.
Yes.
Now I remember that.
I assume I just sat down. It's like, and congratulations, and sat back down.
We gotta give a shout out to Mr. Ree. We'll give a baby club shout out to Emilio. Just had their christening, and baby Luca, aka Rage.
Rage.
Yeah. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at BokenBoys96, on Instagram
Is that what ours is?
at BokenBoys96.
Are you sure?
On Twitter.
I'm fucking with you.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Z_Boken and at Bones_Boken.
And follow Don on Twitter as.
Does Don have a? Does Don have one?
It's at Don.
At Don.
Wouldn't that
Happy
be
Don's Day.
Happy Don's Day.
YouTube merch and Patreon are all on their way. Have some time. Anti-shoutouts. Go ahead. Hey, you got anything?
Do I have anything? Anti-shout-out to Blonde and Brunette. I'm going to leave them nameless.
All right.
And anti-shout-out... I think our driver on the boat, I'm going to give an anti-shout-out. He didn't want to be there.
Yeah, he definitely didn't want to be there.
Yeah. And those girls, I'm going to give a half shout-out, half anti-shout-out, because they were just partying with us the whole time. They weren't really doing
their
much.
job. Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's their job, is to party with you the whole time.
And to serve us drinks.
I guess. I mean, anti-shout-out to Nikki.
Huge anti-shout-out to Nikki.
Why are you always crying? Like, come on. Like, what the fuck? Like, stop whining. Just admit. You have to admit to who you are before you can take someone else in and actually love them. If you don't love yourself.
Anti-shout-out to the United employee who made me think I was going to go home 12 hours earlier.
Shout out to her, though.
Than I thought. Anti-shout-out to he who must not be named. Anti-shout-out to Val's husband.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, Potato Man. That's right.
I think I need to leave you with this, Bones. Just because it's over doesn't mean it's really over. And if you think it over, maybe you'll be coming over again, and I'll have to get over you all over again. Just because it's over doesn't mean it's really over. And if I think it over, maybe you'll be coming over again, and I'll have to get over you all over again.